Well, good morning, everybody. I don't normally do this, but I thought I'd give you a little view of what I'm looking at this morning, which is like more snow. See? I just shoveled a little bit ago, but it doesn't seem to have mattered. Anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about the classes and things that you can take with me. So hang on for that. Well, as you could just see, it's snowing pretty hard. In fact, it's now snowing harder than it was when I took that video a few minutes ago. I normally don't do movies, so if it's a little awkward, it's just a little awkward. I sometimes don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'll keep this really short. I'm really going to just talk about what you can take after this class is over because some of you may be dying to know what to do. First, there's a Joy of Code extension, which means you can take lessons 7, 8, 9, and 10, which are just an extension of what you're learning right here, and the cost for that is $40. In that extension, you know the mechanics of it, how it works. You read a lesson, do a lab. The first lesson's on, lesson 7's on making forms, text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, things like that. Lesson 8 is on making data tables, which is sort of an important thing to do, and organizing information into rows and columns. Lesson 9 is on something called the new Html5 Elements. So these are a lot of really great elements that I don't even talk about until I get to lesson 9. And then lesson 10 is an informational lesson on cascading style sheets, because I always look at it as like, why bother to learn all this good HTML stuff if you never really learn how to style web pages? HTML really needs some style, don't you think? And with CSS, of course, that's where you can apply color, typography, layout, art direction, all that really cool stuff, design, that you don't do with HTML. So the cost for that is $40, and you can access that information either through joyofcode.com/FIT, how convenient, or right through this course here. You can go to, what is it? It's my front office, and there's a link there, what to take when this class is over. So that's good. Now, speaking of what to take when this class is over, you could take the whole CSS class, okay, which is a very big subject. It's much more involved, more complicated than HTML, no question about that, but much more fun too, if you ask me. And I'm teaching that in April and in March. I don't have the exact dates in front of me. The April dates are 2 Saturdays, and the March dates are 2 Saturdays, and the April dates are 2 Sundays. They're all-day events, and there's lots of hands-on exercises there. The only prerequisite is that you know HTML, and by the time you're done with this class, you may not feel that you've mastered it, but you'll know enough to take that CSS class. So do sign up with that through the school. The Joy of Code extension is my baby. You sign up, you just pay the PayPal button, and away you go and follow the instructions. The CSS stuff is what you take in class. I forgot to turn off my cell phone. Anyway, it always happens. You don't get a cell phone for hours, and then you do a taping, and here comes the cell phone. The last thing, of course, is WordPress. Now, I'm teaching a WordPress class in May, and the way that class is going to work is we're going to meet, the first class we're going to actually meet at FIT campus. The other 3 classes are going to be done through webinars, so that means you don't have to come to campus. And I think those classes are either on a Saturday or a Sunday. But for the webinars, you'll just take it from the convenience of your own computer or screen. And what you do is get to see my screen, and I'll demonstrate things and show things and whatnot. There are pros and cons about webinars, quite frankly. I like them. One of the nice things about it is that they're recorded. So if you miss something, you can always get the recorded version. If you're in class and you miss a class, well, I don't record the classes. So, it's over. But, there are some advantages of classes too. Right now, I happen to be doing a WordPress class that's ending pretty soon. I also teach WordPress privately, so I don't like to make it, talk too much about that because I don't want to compete with FIT. I'd rather you, take WordPress through me at FIT as your first choice before you come to me for private training. But it does happen because for whatever reason, it's just not convenient. and I'm always convenient because I do this stuff all the time. Okay, so that's it. I hope you're having a good time with the HTML class. A lot of you are moving along really nicely. You can see that HTML isn't really rocket science. It's just like grammar. You know, you got a paragraph, a p tag, you got a list, you got the list tags. You have headings, you have heading tags. And the key thing, though, over time is, yes, you know, you can learn how to validate it. Here's the little trickiest part is just knowing which tags to use for different kinds of content. And if there's a specific tag to do a specific job, like making lists instead of a bunch of break tags, then you want to use that specific markup. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go out now and do some more shoveling, which I've already done one round. And I actually have to get flowers for my wife today at the florist. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll give it a shot. Anyway, enjoy the snow, and I hope you're having a good time with the class. And of course, feel free to contact me. Oh, one other thing I should say too. I have a blog called the Joy of Code blog, and it's at joyofcode.com/blog. And I encourage you to sign up for it. You'll see on a blog on the right-hand side, there's I ask you for your name and your email address, and all that means is I will send you an email that says I've just posted another article to the blog. The articles could be on WordPress, they could be on HTML, CSS. They're generally about the web and web design. So do take advantage of that too. Okay, thanks. Talk to you soon.